Hey, it's Philat, and you're watching PHILA, the ultimate YouTube channel. I'm the cinematographer, just a dude with a camera. And today is part one on how can I grow pups from a store-bought yucca. You know that I really love yuccas. The number one question that I always get is how do I get the yuccas to grow pups from the bottom? Like, I'll show you some examples. Here are three examples. You can see how they're still relatively short and really skinny still, but they have all three of these have grown multiple pups. This one's already been trimmed back that I did earlier. So we're going to take a look at this one. All of these yuccas that I have growing here is ones that I've propagated myself, except for this one. I bought this at Home Depot, $24.95, just because I never see a good specimen for sale. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to strip down all the leaves on this one and leave just a few. We're getting to the beginning of winter right now, and I'm going to strip these down as much as I can, which is going to give me a lot more height on the stalk, and it's going to reduce the amount of foliage that it's going to be able to send out to grab all that sunlight. So I'm going to just strip all of these off, and I start from the bottom, just pull down. And as you can see, they come off really easy. As long as you take the very bottom one first, it's going to come off. If I tried to take one off from here, I'm going to have a big problem. So this one, I'm going to come all the way down. Okay, the variety of this yucca is called the elephantitis, mainly because if you look at the base here, it really swells up and gives it a big footprint, kind of looks like an elephant's foot. Okay, so I've stripped this down, and what have I left? 4 or 5 here. So we're going to go ahead and keep an eye on this one. I'm not going to transplant it. I'm going to just leave it in this pot and see what this does in a number of months. All right, so let's take a look at some of these other ones. These are all the pups that I've been producing. Sun's kind of in a bad spot. That I'm going to produce all these to release them out to the wild in my daughter's boyfriend's property out in the desert. And as you can see, ignoring the shade, we have tons. Let me see if we can get a close-up on some of these. See, these are the ones. This is one of my mother plants that have produced. God, the sun is the worst. And these are the babies, which we call pups, that just pop off and get replanted, and that is what has made all of those. A few months ago, I went and chopped the top of each one of these to start to produce some pups. And now what I've been doing is overwatering. I'm going to get in here and clean all these pups underneath here. As you can see, we're starting to get a lot of little babies starting to pop up. And if you take a look at this one, these are we're a little bit more in the shade, so they're actually growing a little faster. I don't know if I can exactly focus on that. So today what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through here and clean all these up. As you can see, we had some damage from the summer heat, but I'm not going to pop these pups off because I'm actually letting them grow out. But I'm going to go through and clean all these up. This is the time of year I do that. And as you can see, I have plenty that I need to clean up. Okay, and the last thing I'm going to do with this store-bought yucca is I've stripped all the leaves off because I want to try and produce pups down here. But instead, what I decided is I'm going to cut this off here, and I'm going to go ahead and plant this in soil and let this root, and then I'm going to try and get the pups to grow up high, like on some of these other plants, like this. So I'll have a stump coming out. These are the stumps that I rooted before in water. So we're going to see what happens with this store-bought. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed this video. I will check back here in just a few months, give you an update on the progression of these two store-bought yuccas, which are now 2, was 1. Anyways, thanks for watching PHILA TV. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the notification bell, and you can find me on Instagram at PHILA TV channel. Ciao.